Flave City family, what is up? It is a glorious day here in the Costco parking lot, and it's only gonna get better because I'm going into my favorite place, Costco, and we're doing another one of those videos where it's a shopping haul plus recipe. Those are super fun. I hope you guys are enjoying them as much as I am. So here's the deal. Part one of the video, we go into Costco and get all the ingredients needed to make beefy stuffed peppers. I'm talking grass-fed beef, cheese, marinara sauce, and lots more. Then we go home and we make beefy stuffed peppers with riced cauliflower, and the whole recipe is actually low carb, diabetic friendly, and gluten-free. You are gonna love it. So let's go into Costco and do the thing we always do. Before we do that, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Also, check out thrivemarket.com using my promo link down below. Thrive is a 6-year supporter of the channel, and the reason why I love them is pretty much anything you would get at almost any grocery store is on Thrive Market, but it's cheaper. You save about $32 per order, and the box comes to your door. You don't have to go to the store if you don't want to. More importantly, Flave City fans are getting the hookup right now, and they're loving it. When you click my link in the description box, you get 25% off your first order, a free gift, and it's 30 days risk-free. So try them out using my link down below. Less talking, more shopping. Let's go into Costco. We're gonna need a red sauce to bake those stuffed peppers in. I mean, you guys know what I'm going for. I'm going for Rao's because flavor-wise and ingredient-wise, it's just the best. And that deal is great. Once in a while it goes on sale, but that's fantastic. I just wanna show you what you don't wanna get here. So here, you might be like, well, Classico Organic is way cheaper. It's 3 32-ounce containers for $8.49. And yes, it is cheaper. And if you look at the ingredients, well, actually, it's not Bobby approved because look, they put organic sugar. I hate when marinara sauces put sugar in there. 2 grams is half a teaspoon per half a cup. It's unneeded, it's ridiculous. But also, my point was, look at the first ingredient, organic tomato puree. Whereas look at the first ingredient with a premium sauce like Rao's. It's whole peeled tomatoes. And you might be like, well, what's the difference? Well, whole peeled tomatoes are the entire mater, right? It's gonna be higher quality, better flavor. When you see tomato puree, that's the crushed up puree. It's always inferior tomatoes, inferior flavor, not what you wanna get. Now, if you wanna save a couple bucks, you can actually get this, the organic Victoria sauce. Well, what's that discontinued? That's concerning. It's 2 40 ounces for $10.99. That's actually cheaper than the Rao's. And the ingredients, you can argue, are a touch better because they're using extra virgin olive oil and Rao's uses olive oil. But I've got this before, the flavor just isn't quite as good as Rao's. So I'm sticking with my old standby by Rao's. I would go for it. Do you want to see something that really pisses me off? A random ramble by Bobby. You buy something like organic stevia in the raw. You're like, oh, this is great. I'm diabetic, I'm keto, I want stevia. These are so tricky, which is why you always got to read the ingredients. The first ingredient is cane sugar. And sure, it's a little bit of cane sugar, but cane sugar ahead of stevia, so many of these packets do that, or they also add in natural flavors. Once again, it's out. The Bobby approved app is out. Head over to the App Store or the Google Play Store, search Bobby approved. You can scan any barcode in any grocery store in the US or Canada. For now, we'll keep going to other countries. It'll tell you if the product is Bobby approved or not, or why. Just after you scan it, swipe up, it highlights the bad ingredients and gives you the better alternative. It's like having me shop with you. Please leave a review on the App Store if you like it. People are really enjoying it since it's been out. We're gonna need a filler ingredient to break up the heaviness of the ground beef. To keep it gluten-free, to keep it low carb and keto, we're using my favorite riced cauliflower from Costco. Back in the day, I used to be adamant about grating my own cauliflower rice at home. I don't have as much time as I used to have, so I'm okay buying the frozen one, and this is actually a great texture. More importantly, it's 4 1-pound bags for $7.69. It is literally cheaper to buy this than to do it myself, and it's much, much easier. So we're gonna get a bag of that and put that in the mixture. And then we need cheese, glorious cheese, to top the stuffed peppers with. There's really only a couple of cheese I buy here at Costco. Boom goes the dynamite. Here's one. Let's top it with Kerrygold Dubliner. This is a huge block here. So $5.99. So you're telling me I can get this block here for $10.49, and this is just about 1.75 pounds. It's an amazing deal for cheese that is milk from grass-fed cows. Now, it's not 100% grass-fed, but almost every other cheese here is made from cows that have a strict grain-fed GMO diet, but not the Parmesan cheese, which I'll talk about in a second. So it's about 80% grass-fed, which abides by Irish dairy law. I'm good to go. That's fantastic. And I want to mix it with some Parmigiano Reggiano. Now, this is one of the best deals on real. When I mean real, like Seinfeld, they're real and they're spectacular. This is Parma, Italy. Parmigiano Reggiano, aged 24 months. That price is too legit to quit. You'll pay 20 bucks at most grocery stores for real Parmigiano Reggiano. So this is fantastic. Some Costco's have 36-month aged. I know Art really enjoys that back in Chicagoland. But the cool thing about this is that in Parma, Italy, they do not allow GMO feed. So this is non-GMO, authentic Parmigiano Reggiano. We're getting this one for sure. And then for the beef, if I come over here, if you want fresh beef at Costco, all Costco's have this. The fresh organic ground beef here. It's $5.74 a pound, which to be honest is not the best deal. What I would do is go back in the freezer section. They have frozen grass-fed beef. Some have the grass-fed burger patties. Some have the grass-fed Wagyu burger patties. Get that and thaw it out. But here in Florida, we have local, pasture-raised, 100% grass-fed beef. The funny thing is, the price isn't that good. I can go to Aldi and get it for $5.50, or go to Walmart and get it cheaper, but I'm here at Costco. I'm gonna support the Florida farmers. We're gonna grab that one. Ooh, I'm so happy the peppers are out here because it's freezing in the walk-in there. There's not much to say about this. It's 6 assorted bell peppers here for $6.69, dude. My only complaint about this is that they're not organic, and bell peppers are on the Dirty Dozen. So ideal world, I would get organic, but I'm at Costco. This is all they got. It's a good deal. So I'm gonna use these to stuff with beef and cauliflower rice and yummy goodness. I wanna get a touch of texture in my stuffed peppers here. Walnuts. I know it sounds weird, but if I chop up some walnuts, it's a great deal, by the way. If I chop this up and put it into the meat mixture, it's gonna add a little bit of crunch. And are you kidding me? 3 pounds of California 1049? That's a great deal. California is like the walnut capital of the USA. They know how to party. They know how to make walnuts. I'm sorry, it's just a little too early for Christmas decorations. In the beginning of September, I'm okay with Baby Yoda though, that's all good. Okay, we're done. We got everything we need. Let's go home and let's make beefy stuffed peppers. All right, let's start this recipe by adding some avocado oil to a large pan, then adding some diced red onions, along with some chopped celery, pinch in some salt, crack in some pepper, cook that for a couple minutes, then add some thyme or oregano, but crush it in your hands first. That releases the essential oils from dried herbs, and then go in with 1.5 cups of that frozen cauliflower rice, and cook that for about 7 minutes. Then add about 1/4 cup of chopped walnuts, 3 cloves of garlic that are finely minced, and cook that a few more minutes. Scoop in 1 heaping tablespoon and a half of tomato paste. Cook that for another couple minutes. Then add some liquid. I'm using bone broth, but you can use water too. Just cook that for a couple minutes until the moisture is absorbed. Then turn the heat off and push it aside. Add 1 pound of that grass-fed beef to a bowl. Season it with 1 teaspoon of salt, a few cracks of black pepper, and then crack in 1 egg. Mix it up really well, and then add the veggie mixture. Don't worry that it's still warm, because we're going to stuff the peppers right away. Okay, everyone say hi to Desi. This is a job for her because I would just ruin the peppers. The first thing you want to do is cut out the top and then pull out the seeds and clean out the ribs inside. Just make sure you don't break the walls of the peppers. That's exactly what I would do. And then add the peppers to a baking dish and go ahead and stuff. Make sure you pack the mixture down. You want everything to be really compact. Then spoon some of that marinara sauce all around the peppers. That'll add some nice moisture while they're baking in the oven. And then cook them for 1 hour at 350 degrees. Meanwhile, grate some of that Kerrygold cheddar and Parmesan cheese. And then put it all over the top of the peppers. They're pretty much done after 1 hour. Now I'm going to pop it under the broiler just for a couple minutes until they look like that. That is done. Wow. Okay, let's plate this dish by adding a pepper to a bowl. Then spoon a bunch of that reserved tomato sauce all around the side. And let's eat. All right, we couldn't wait. We just finished the stuffed peppers. Desi, what do you think? How good were they?
They were so good, babe.
So,
my favorite part was the tomato sauce.
tomato sauce, because when you cut into it, the juice from the peppers goes into the tomato sauce, and it's like a self-making sauce. Finish with some propolis spray for our throat. Yes, Rose? Keep it nice and lubricated. Some recipes I've seen, they call for pre-cooking the filling ahead of time, and I never understood that, Rose, because then the filling will overcook by the time the pepper is soft. So I would highly recommend getting the propolis spray for the winter, and also making the recipe. It's in the description box. It's phenomenal. If you have any other recipe ideas, now that we're into fall, leave a comment down below. But that is it, Rose. It's time for you to go to bed. Say goodnight.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. We'll see you soon. Hashtag keep on cooking. Mad love. Go like this. Peace, Rose. Peace. Peace.